y'all, and welcome to today's video. I am very excited because I am going to be talking about a new to me brand, Cosmic Brushes. I have the Serenity palette. I have never tried this brand, but I'm very excited. This palette was gifted to me. I'm so excited. This color story is beautiful, right up my alley. When this palette was shown on Instagram, I got so many DMs, tags, everything asking me to review this palette, so I'm very excited to be doing that today. And if you are new here, hey, my name is Heather and makeup makes me happy. Here at my channel, we don't try to be perfect. We just want to have a good time with our makeup, whatever that means. Shimmer, glitter, testing new indie brands, we are here for it. So if that sounds good to you, I do hope that you will subscribe before you leave today, because I upload lots of new videos every single week. So if you are looking for new fun makeup content, this is the place to be. But I have two looks I want to do for y'all, swatches, and we'll kind of talk about this palette. So let's jump into it. Okay, getting started, this palette did already launch. I saw on Instagram, it looked like the website was having a lot of issues. Some of y'all told me that you were able to buy the palette super quick, no problem. Some of y'all, it seems like, had to miss out on it. But I did see that Cosmic Brushes is putting up some things on Instagram. They said they're working on the site and they are going to have a restock of this palette so that everybody who wants the palette will be able to get it. I was planning to buy this palette. I was talking about how much I wanted to review it because, again, I want to review what y'all want to see. And I mean, this color story is a Heather type of color story. We've got orange, green, purples, blue. We've got some beautiful like light shades, dark shades. It's right up my alley, and it's an independently owned brand. I love that. So I was talking about how much I wanted to review this palette, and I was planning to purchase it, and Cosmic Brushes did send me this palette since I wanted to review it, and they gave me a code. You can use code Heather on the Cosmic Brushes site to save. Like I said, I saw on Instagram that they were having some website technical issues, but they did say that they're planning to restock. So that's all the information I have. I do want to show you a close-up of this palette so that you can see how it looks before I dip my fingers into it. So beautiful. I will say I really like the size of this palette. If you see, it's not as big as I thought it was going to be, which I really like. I was a little curious to see if it was going to be like double this size, you know, like this huge palette, but I like the packaging. I think it's really slim and nice. I like the color story on the front. It does also have a nice mirror inside, but I want to pop up the swatches for y'all because the swatches that the brand posted looked beautiful. And I don't always swatch things before I try them on the eyes, but I couldn't help it with this one. As soon as I got it, I had to put my fingers in here, and it swatched so well. Now, swatches do not tell the whole story. Sometimes a palette can swatch terribly and perform amazing on the eyes. Sometimes it can swatch beautifully and be terrible when you actually try to apply and work with the shadows. So, although it's swatched beautifully, I'm excited to put it on my eyes. We're going to create two different eye looks. This palette also, I don't think I said, it was 20 pounds, which I think is around 25 US. It is a UK-based brand. I've ordered from the UK tons of times. Shipping here to the US usually isn't that bad. But yeah, that's all I have to say so far. I'm excited to put these shadows on, so let me prime my eyes, let me zoom y'all in, and we will get started. Okay, I have primed my eyes. I used my Sigma eyeshadow base in Ignite. It's an eyeshadow base I've been using for a while. It works with all different types of formulas, colors, techniques. Like, I just love that eyeshadow base. So, I always try to use an eyeshadow base that I know and love when I'm working with a new eyeshadow that I don't know anything about. Again, this is a completely new to me indie brand. Never ever tried before, so I'm excited. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this MAC brush. This brush came as a part of the Stranger Things collection. If you missed that video, I did a video everything on the Stranger Things. There's so many options in here, and if you look at this palette and you feel overwhelmed and you're like, I really want the palette, it's so beautiful, or maybe you bought the palette but you're like, I just don't know what to do. One, hopefully I can help you and give you some look inspiration, but two, I do think this palette is laid out in a very thought out way. It may seem a little chaotic here because it's not just going like from light to dark, but I think it's laid out in a way that you could work in rows. So you could just stick to this row and you could get something really pretty, or this row. Like each row I feel like is laid out in a way that would create a really beautiful look. So maybe that would help you if you're looking at this. 20 shadows is just overwhelming. Maybe just work with one row and say, okay, I'm just going to work with these 5 shadows in each row and create a look like that. I think that could be really pretty, but I'm going to kind of mix and match all around in the palette, hopefully give you some inspiration, or maybe you want to shop your stash. Maybe these looks will just entertain you. I don't know. But what I want to do, there's just so many things that I want to do. How do I decide? Let me go in first with Sorbet. I mean, this bright green is just really speaking to me. So I'm going to make sure my brush is coated. This palette, like I said, is 20 shades, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them are shimmers or metallics or shifty shades, whereas the rest are mattes. And I was kind of excited about that because I'm like, you know what? If these are good pigmented mattes, like this one right here looks to be, then this could be really fun to mix and match with the palettes I have that do have special shades. Like my palette from Adept, my collaboration, the Cleona Emily Violet Marie Dragon Fruit palette. I was like, these could be really pretty mattes to mix and match, or any singles. Like I know I have some really pretty like multi-chrome singles from Divina I was thinking about. But we're going to play with the shimmers in this palette too. I'm not saying you have to add something to this palette. That's just kind of what went through my head. But I have to give y'all my first impression of this shade. It's very bright. It's very beautiful, like neon. And I really wanted to test this shade out because sometimes with bright shades and palettes, they just don't perform well on the eyes. They come off looking very pastel, or they come off very sheer. But you can see right here the pigment. Like the pigment is there and the blendability is there. So first shade from this palette on the eyes. I mean, I'm impressed. Okay, now I'm going to go into this shade Lagoon. This true like Kelly green right here. Almost like AstroTurf green, right? Like so green. And I want to see if these mattes are mattes that I can layer. So I'm putting it a little bit on top of that lime green. What was the color? Sorbet. I'm just pressing it right here, and then I'm just deepening up here. And I'm just gonna buff. That looks really pretty to me. Now, I do want to let you know, I'm sure y'all don't care, probably some of you do, but you see my skin is kind of peeling a little bit, and even my eyelids, you could probably see right when I came on camera, but my skin is a bit dry. I have started using prescription strength retinol again, and I don't think my skin looks bad, but you can definitely see like dry skin. It's kind of flaking in places. It's just part of the process when you're using retinols. So in case you're like, ooh, Heather, that's what it is. It's fine. Okay, I'm feeling very happy with how this is looking. I feel like these are building really well. So let's do a shimmer. Okay, options. Ooh, I have options, but what do I want to do? I think I want to go in with Twilight, this shade right here. oh, yes. That's the one. That's the one. We're going to do Twilight. Okay, I'm picking this up on a Lunar Beauty brush, and I did spray my brush lightly just to minimize any fallout we might get. That is really pretty. I love how dark that is. I like how intense it is. Okay, I feel like this is intensely beautiful. Super duper into that. Okay. Like, that is pretty. I love the contrast with these shades. Okay, I'm going to take this little brush from the Sigma Samantha Ravindell brush set. This is the Detail Pencil brush. And we are going to do something on the lower lash line. What I think I want to do is go into Forest. This deep shade right here. Oh, it's so pretty. Something that drew my attention to this palette was just the contrast in the shades. The fact that there were bright shades, deep shades, really super like shimmery shades, and jewel tones. That went on really well, really easily. Oh, I like that color. It's pretty. Okay, I feel like this shade is blending really well while also staying pigmented, which we love to see it. Love that. There we go, just like that. Now I want to take this Sigma Samantha Ravindell Detailed Blending, and we're going to add some depth out here. So I'm going to go into Mystical, the matte black. I love a black eyeshadow. And, ooh, that went on really well. Okay, okay. Go and just put it right out here in this outer corner and blend a bit. And then I'm going to put on some liner. I'm definitely going to put on some lashes. I'm going to blend a bit more, and then I will come back and we'll see the finished look. I just want to bring this black shade in a little bit further. There we go. Do a little more blending. And I just have a feeling, I just really, really like this. Okay, I'll be back. All right, y'all, this is the finished look. I'm so happy with it. Now, I realized as I was putting mascara on that I completely forgot an inner corner highlight. So I went in and used the shade Echo, this matte kind of bright blue here. That's what I have on the inner corner. For liner, I forgot the word for a second. For liquid liner up top, I used my HINDASH HEROLINE, and then in the waterline, I have the new Oden's Eye Solmon Gel Liner in the shade 014. So that's what I used for eyeliner. For lashes, I have on Lilly lashes in the style MYKONOS. For blush, here's the rest of my makeup. Let me tell you, I have on my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette Volume 3 for bronzer. For blush, I have on the MAC Stranger Things Hawkins blush in Friends Don't Lie. I have on highlight. This is the Oden's Eye Solmon Moonlight Feel Highlighter in Pink Star. That's what I have for my glow today. And then my lips are the Truffle Duo from the new Dose of Colors collection. So that is how I completed this look. I really like this eye look. I think all the shades performed really well. Like, I'm very impressed. The mattes are beautiful, shimmers beautiful, but we only tried how many shades? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 shades to complete this look. So I definitely want to do a second look. I want to switch up the eye primer. When I'm trying new to me brands, I like to try different eye primers. You know, my tried and true. I like to try different ones, different techniques. So that's what we're going to do for the next look. But I really like this look too. I like the combo of the blues and the greens. But let's jump into look number 2. Okay, to prime my eyes for this look, I used my MAC Paint Pot. I used the shade Layin Low. It's kind of like a nice light color for the eyes. And I think, you know, for the first look, I kind of went in with the shade all over the crease and then kind of built up in the outer corners. But I think I want to do like a two-toned crease for this look, something different, like a shade here and then a shade here. So listen, I can't decide, like there's so many shades in here I want to use. But I think what we'll do first is go in with Oasis. Like this pop of orange in this blue-green palette is just like everything. I love the pop of orange in here. It just, like we've got a blue-green purple palette and then it's like, boom, here's an orange. And I'm like, wow. I definitely think you could do a neutral leaning look if you wanted to. If you're somebody who's like, I need a palette that goes neutral as well. I think you could use the shade Earth and Odyssey, and you could create something very neutral leaning. But I'm just taking this shade on this melt brush. And I mean, I'm having the same like thought that I did with the neon kind of lime green. Like, look how bright and poppy this shade is. And it's just applying so well. Like, I really like that. I'm keeping this on the inner part of the crease like this. Just kind of blending and fading that in. But I think this looks great. Okay, I'm grabbing this Sigma diffused blend brush. And we're going to do purple. Okay, we're going to do purple. I'm going to go into Pixie right here, this kind of bright, vibrant shade. And what I'm gonna do, oh, that's so pretty. That's exactly what I wanted it to do. I wanted it to be right there. And I'm just going to swirl, kind of slowly blend this shade in right here. Oh, I love the way the purple and the peachy orange look together. Like, that is making me seriously happy. Okay, I am in love with the way these two shades look on the eyes, blended on the eyes, everything. Like, I'm so happy. So I just want, like, I want to keep the sparkle and happiness going. So I'm going to go in with Ether right here. This beautiful purpley shade, like, look, it's like a purple blue, and I think it's just gonna be like everything on the eyes. So I'm gonna take it, this is like a Beauty Bay brush. I'm gonna pick it up and I'm going to spray my brush, and we're gonna put this just like all over the lid. Okay, so I'm taking this brush. Look at that. Oh my gosh, y'all, I'm just telling you, these shades, the sparkles, what I see in these, it makes me so happy. Oh, this look, like, I'm into this for sure. I really liked the first look. Like, it was deep and dark and everything performed well, and I was so happy. But something about these shades is just really speaking to me right now. Okay, I'm feeling so good in this look, if y'all couldn't tell. You're probably like, yeah, girl, we can tell you're feeling yourself. Okay, I'm thinking about what I want to do on the lower lash line. Like, it's so light and bright up top. I don't know if I want to add too much depth and darkness to the lower lash line. So I've been debating, but something about this shade right here, River, is like, use me, use me, use me, use me. And I feel like if I put that close to the lower lash line, then it will look really cool. So I think I'm going to go in with River on the lower lash line. And then I want to use Opal. This, ooh, so pretty. Like, would I call this a multi-chrome, a duochrome? I don't know. But that's going to go in the inner corner. So River and then Opal. Okay, so I've got this tiny little Game Beauty brush because I don't want to blend this lower lash line shade down too low. So I'm going to keep that right up against the lower lash line. And yeah, I'm glad I went with this. I'm glad I went with this color because I feel like that's gonna, Oh, that's gonna work well. And then I'm grabbing my Blend Bunny brush and we're gonna go into the shade Opal. Perfect. Oh, I know this is light, bright look, but I'm into it. Okay, I'm gonna finish up this eye, finish up the look, and I'll be back. All right, y'all, this is my finished look. I'm very happy with it. I put a little bit of my HINDASH HEROLINE on the top lashes. I am, let's see, this Odin's Eye Soul Mine Gel Liner in shade 9. And then I put on my, Lily lashes in the style DOHA, DOHA. I don't know if that's a word or abbreviations or what, but I love this look. I feel like it's so fun and bright, and listen, I love the look. Let me tell you, I'm wearing my HOURGLASS Ambient Lighting Volume 3 palette. These are face powders, not bronzers, but I'm using them as bronzers. For blush, I did like a glowy blush. So it's just one product that's giving me this glow, and it is the Soul Mine Sunlight Love Blusher in W101 Rosette Love, I don't know. But that's like blush highlighter combo. And then I'm wearing my Truffle Lip Duo from Dose of Colors. Let me kind of tell you my first and second thoughts on this palette. Now that I've swatched it, I've done 2 looks. I really like this. I really like this. Of course, I'll try it more. I'll come back, I'll review it later, but my goodness, I really like this palette. I find the mattes are very easy to blend, very easy to work with, very pigmented, very pretty. I mean, I feel like the shades that you see on my eyes, as far as mattes go, what you see in the pan is what comes onto the eyes. I really like that. I think the shimmers are very beautiful, very dimensional. I had a great time working with this palette. I'm honestly like wanting to go on the site and buy the rest of their products because I want to test out more. Like, I'm very excited. I'm very excited to create more looks with this. Really, really like the packaging. I don't know. I just think it's super nice. We've got the rounded corners. It's not very thick. You open it up, you have this nice mirror, nice color story. There's not a lot of wasted space. Again, it's a really, really nice size. So I'm super happy with this palette. Like, I really, really, really like this. You'll definitely have to let me know. Did you like look 1, the more dark, dramatic, intense look? Do you like this light, bright, more ethereal look? I would love to know. Are you going to shop your stash, try to recreate any of these looks? Definitely let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a super awesome, amazing day. I hope that you will subscribe before you leave because I do upload tons of new videos every single week. But thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you very soon in another video. Bye.